Hello everybody. Hope you're all having a good day. My name is Mark and I'll be your host. Just gonna jam with you tonight. Feel those good vibes. This is the New Standard Living Podcast, episode 3. Just gonna chill with you and hopefully create something beautiful. This episode is brought to you by newstandardliving.com, your one-stop shop for gardening, water purification, food and supplements, yoga and fitness, and knowledge. Also services like medicinal yoga online videos and do-it-yourself projects, cooking, everything we should have been taught. This episode is also brought to you by Primal Vitamin Water, your fruit and herb alkaline water. You'll find us on Instagram at Primal Vitamin Water, one word. Also on Facebook. And also brought to you by Slightly Stupid. Beautiful music in the background. The end of the album of Meanwhile, Back at the Lab. Love that album, man. Check it out. Download it. Buy it. Support them. They bring the party. Seriously. They're like their own genre. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoyed just kind of like talking over the music. This is like, just hanging out. You and me. I guess you could say this episode is also brought to you by Power of Now, Law of Success, all this good stuff, all those good books that I'm into right now, and just about being present and in the moment, and just kind of just doing that, like just like living life to the fullest, getting out of your comfort zone, and just like finding that adventure in life, and kind of sharing it with people, just like, what I'm learning lately is like, you don't really need to like talk about it, too much. It's not really at all. It's like, just kind of be it, Jack Johnson, just came out with a new album, and he has a good song on it called You Can't Control It. And it's like yeah, exactly. Just and and also like all the books, they're all they kind of like pointing their fingers towards like surrendering and just accepting, and it's like a cool inner journey thing. I like it. It's really fun. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to do like more open mic nights like for my music, and just trying to like share that, like share that vibe, like a vibe that's like, thankfully, like you can catch it through like the ether or just like the universe, and like you're like, oh man, like this is great, like when you create and you do something like that, yeah, you just find that thing, find that thing that you just that you want to create. Like a lot of people like don't really know like what they're into and stuff, or how they can like apply that. It's just like just keep doing it, just like do like fail again, fail over and over, like fail better. Like everybody who like did anything successful like was like, oh, like I found out like 1,000 ways not to do that. It's just like, just soak it in and accept everything and just move on, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Oh my gosh, like New Standard Living got approved by iTunes, so yeah, that's really cool. Just because I'm playing music in the background, and I'm still pretty sure that's like not okay. But yeah, exactly. Like there's just like rules and stuff. So anyway, I'm just cool. Like at least it's on that and SoundCloud, and also Primal Vitamin Water. Hopefully we're gonna be vending at a Zen and Kush in LA event on May 5th. And tickets are $45. So if you guys want to go out and like jam with like some vibey people, like really cool, like like some people they'll take like the spiritual and they'll roll with it, like I don't know, it's like it all depends on how you like roll with it. If you're gonna like like talk, live in it for, like, or throw events about it, like about like, about just like loving yourself, and it's just like a show. It's like just like I won tickets actually from Lizzie Jeff. Check her out. She's on Instagram, LIZZYJEFF. She's dope. She's like really cool, like a real like kind of light, like something like on social media, like oh my gosh, like it's like there's only like a handful of people who like have this like ever blooming presence, that you can like grasp, like yeah, exactly. Like the only way I can explain it is like spirit is like a chemistry set, like it, on that level, if you just when you're on that level of just like you let go, you're like in that meditation, and you have these things like these different like levels of things you feel, like joy, like I guess love, like that's that's a deeper one, but like I mean and like a little more broad stretching, but anyway, but like you'll feel there's things like that where it's almost like you can take a bite out of it, like you can like feel like, oh man, like there's like kindness in that, or gentleness, or or it was like well chosen words, not just like like too impulsive, but partially impulsive, like social media, like not thinking about it too much. But anyway, like there's only a handful of people where I'm just like, man, like I appreciate your presence like on social media so much, like where like all of us at least are like, all right, well, we're gonna kind of stick our neck out like a little bit with our creativity and like these, you know, these things we're like grabbing out of the air, and like we want to share it, you know, like it's you know, it's like, man, it's something beautiful that like I feel like people will, you know, it'll help them bloom. So it's just like, all right, well, maybe I won't give up social media altogether, you know. It's like maybe like it's just like you, like people can, you know, feel a presence from it. And you know, it's just like, it's like, I mean, really, it's like a few like friends, well, I mean, actually it's like a lot of friends that are like doing something, and then it's just like a few people who are just like, you know, just like the coolest human beings that, you know, aren't really like, you know, I don't know, like chasing something really crazy, like a, you know, something in their head. You know, like I love seeing my friends like start their businesses, you know, man, it's like really inspiring, or just like getting where they wanted to be, you know, like my friends, you know, growing up and stuff, like right before I like went out on my own and stuff, like was this like few year of like adventure of like, you know, being with like these super cool people from like my hometown that, you know, I grew up going to school with, and like, you know, really got to know them. And it was just like, dude, like this is like life, like everything we're doing is like just totally like, you know, just in the moment and stuff. And anyway, so they would just show me like that way of life, you know, like just, you know, travel, just like get out there, just like keep doing that, what you love, you know, like they were doing the, like, I mean, they would just like keep doing it, you know, like snowboarding, or like, you know, my friend has this shop called Wild Cactus Boutique in Ohio, where it's like the coolest vintage like her style. It's so cool. Check it out, Wild Cactus Boutique. But yeah, exactly, like you know, they're, you know, like one, you know, especially like once you like start chasing your dream, you got it. It's like you know, it's still there's discipline involved, and you know, grind, especially when it comes to like, you know, making transactions with the world and and the government and everything. But you know, like my buddy who's like snowboarding, like, man, that's just like, I'm just like, man, I just want to like keep my eye on that, you know, and just like support it. Like he just became pro. So stoked for him. Yeah, exactly. Like all this stuff, like seriously, like people just like just do you know, have fun. Exactly. You're slightly stupid. Love this music. Man. Exactly. It's late. I've been waiting later at night to record these. Just like let the city chill. You know, I live in a downtown area, and it's like, well, I was always like that, you know, just let it like kick back, everybody. Just kind of nobody driving by all the time. It's a pretty busy street. But yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. Like the past 2 episodes, so stoked it got on the iTunes. Check those other ones out. Let me know. Go onto the website. Go onto the chat. we'll be putting up like our essential oil sprays and hopefully some supplements soon, like some things that like some big things, like when I was a caregiver, I took care of two guys, 2 separate years, who were like extremely diabetic, like on the verge, well, just like super sensitive diabetes stuff, and anyway, just like there's things like broccoli extract, like things like just all natural that take the blood sugar down. And it's just like everybody can do this stuff at home, like you can make your own peanut butter with peanuts at home. You can make like jelly, jam. You can make your own bread. You can make, dude, that's a good idea actually, like just make it, like just so your bread doesn't go bad, just make it every time you're gonna use it. Or like meal prep and stuff, like, man, I'm about to just like meal prep my whole week, but man, my appetite's been changing too. Lately I've just been able to like kind of like, my body's been like feeling a lot better. I like kind of injured myself working out, just doing like really slow workouts, and I don't know if it was an injury or if it was just like working out like muscles around my ribs and like right under my shoulder blade. Like, man, it was just so bad. Like it was for like a couple weeks too. And because I just changed up my workouts, like from doing like a bunch of reps to like a few, like just, I did it for a while too, but I just did 6 reps, 3 sets each. I did some shoulder presses, pull-ups, and I also read on about late onset of soreness, and just like you work out and then you get sore, like for me it just seemed like way later, like so late, but right, like yeah, I want to do that one day, like be able to just like hopefully just like think of like the future, like there's just gonna be like a central hub in the city where you're gonna like be able to like go and like learn and get certified in anything, and like free healthcare and free education, and if like we can just get there, like I don't know about like no countries, but man, I don't know if like our mass ego could get past that. Like it'll just fight to the death, especially with like a growing population. But because everybody's like, well, how are we gonna take care of this many people? And let's do some crazy stuff like grow the meat in the laboratory. Like crazy stuff, man. Oh man, but yeah, we're almost there though. That was cool. That last show, just like that, like I was talking about, that one artist, like rapper Lizzie Jeff, the one where I won the tickets on Instagram from. She was just like, right, why, whatever, just like how you win tickets. And then I went to the show, and then it was super cool. Like the theme was like celebration of the masculine, where I'm not like, I'm like all about like Egyptology and like learning about like the balance of the feminine and the masculine, and just like doing, but like the balance, like what is the balance, because if we're like so over masculine almost, or not overly, like there might be a reason why we're so masculine, like the world's so masculine. You know, it's like you don't see any like female leaders or anything. Not saying like I'm a feminist or anything. That's actually my point, which is like, should you be to find the balance, you know? Well, I guess you should just be like balanced. Just be balanced. Like, you don't need to be a feminist to balance out the masculine, right? You just need to be like, man, that's like one of my favorite things, which is a point of view of like Egypt, which is like when it was, I think it's called matriarchy, where it's like ruled by the feminine, and when they're like super balanced, like it was cool because that's like what all those like things they were wearing were all about, was like like the women would like put a beard on, and the men would put like wigs on and stuff, and the, you know, pharaohs and everything. But like the higher ranking you were, the longer your wig was, and they like shaved their head because I think how hot it was. But like way like before what they're talking about in school and stuff, like the golden age, like I'm pretty sure that's when it was, when it was like super balanced. But the cool thing was like when it's balanced, they would make the statues to where the woman's arm was like around the man, so it's like the woman, what it was like intending to say, this is mine, like so it was like almost like the feminine was still a little more appreciated, like, you know, like it was like it had the upper hand almost, you know, like. So anyway, that was just the coolest thing, and maybe, you know, so yeah, it's just like, and it's like, I guess it's just like every day, just like, well, we only have right now, you know, like let's start right now and change, and like just start doing the right thing. Like you do the right things right now, you know, and you know everything around it will kind of fix itself. You know, you just like do the right things right now. And anyway, man, but yeah, exactly. And I love doing this stuff, and I love where this is going, and I'm having fun, and I hope everybody gives me some feedback, and I don't know. I hope to have like a guest, get another microphone, and hope to let you guys know. Well, that's in May, but hopefully I get some other setups for the booth, and I'll be letting you guys know everything. And I had a lot of fun. Hope everybody has a good night. Check out newstandardliving.com and Primal Vitamin Water. The Kickstarter just finished on Kickstarter.com. And you know, thank you, Slightly Stupid. Meanwhile, back at the lab, check it out. Hope everybody has a good week. Hope to talk to you next Thursday. Thanks for listening if you got this far. Talk to you later.